Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel, and hey to everyone listening on the podcast. This is basically a simulcast. We're doing a YouTube video and doing the podcast at the same time. Both of the topics will be on YouTube and on this podcast. Since Mikkel is celebrating his birthday this Thursday, we won't be able to record the podcast, so we're giving you guys a podcast early this week. To everyone watching on YouTube, please make sure that you click the subscribe button. To everyone watching, click the like button and share this video. Also, if you're not getting our YouTube notifications, please make sure that you click on the notification bell on your phone so you'll know every time we upload a video. And to those who are listening via the podcast, please make sure you subscribe to us on whatever platform you're listening to so you'll know whenever we upload a new podcast, which is basically on Friday mornings before 6 a.m. a new podcast is uploaded. But still make sure you subscribe. And to those who are on iTunes, and I'm not sure if you could do a rating on Spotify, but please rate our show. Hopefully we all get 5 stars. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. It was a sad weekend for the Simmons family. I lost my aunt, and most of us lost our aunt. My aunt Nadine, she passed away. She had to be around 80 years old, and she suffered with Alzheimer's. And I talked to my aunt, who is her sister, and they are my dad's siblings. We talked for about 4 hours on Saturday, just talking and having a good time, and I was just telling her I don't want her to go nowhere, and how, you know, our family, like, it's only 2 left. It's my aunt and my uncle. And I'm like, I don't want nobody to go. I know that's life, but you don't want them to go. And then it's like we all going to have to get together and start doing things as family, because most of the time we don't. You might have a family reunion in South Carolina, but we don't really do things here in Philadelphia. And I would like to Philly? Yeah, they live in Philly, or like on the outskirts, which is Bristol, which is like the suburb of Philly. Most of us live in Philly. Some live in North Carolina, South Carolina, not Alabama, Georgia, Florida. They all up and down this East Coast, New York. Shout out to the Simmons family. Shout out to all of y'all. But yeah, it was tough. And I don't know. You know how you don't have the words. You know, the right words to say, but I just know that I love my family members, and I know it's tough for my cousins who lost their mom. It's 5 girls and 1 boy, and then they have a bunch of children. So it's tough for them, and she's survived by her husband as well. So it's definitely just a tough loss for our family, the Simmons Sargent family. Rest in peace to my aunt Nadine.
Now, does she live in Philly? I mean, did she live up here, or did she live down south?
She lived up here too.
So you're going to be able to go to her funeral?
Yes, and from what I know, that she won't be buried down south. They're going to keep her up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, I would love to go to Georgetown, South Carolina, but I'm glad we're staying up here. It's too cold. I don't want to go on a long road trip. I don't want to get lost. I remember going down to Georgetown, always getting lost somewhere, or stopping somewhere. They want to go to the south of the border, or stop at this place, and stop at this. Like, it's a lot. So I'm glad we're staying in one spot. So yeah, but it's been kind of tough. But I talked to my aunt 2 times. Like, she called me, and you know, we still, you know, just busting it up on the phone and stuff like that. Now I have to go see her before the funeral and all of that stuff. I didn't want to open the show up on a sad note, but that's really what's going on. Now we're going to get into this YouTube/podcast. I want to start with talking about these packages. Now, I know it's Christmas season. Everybody's ordering packages. But one thing I can't stand is people having packages delivered to their front steps, and you know you ain't got no porch. People could just ride up and take whatever they want off the porch and keep it moving. You might have their doorbell, and you pray that somebody will recognize whoever stole the package. But y'all got to stop doing that stupid stuff. Tell UPS or Amazon to leave your package at a store, or better yet, you should have your package delivered to one of their lockers or to your job or to a place where you know somebody is home. Because I'm just getting tired of the story of, oh, somebody just ran up on my porch and stole the package. You got to do better. If you know you're not going to be home that day, don't leave that package there. Or leave a note for the guy. I never, in the history I've been living here, I never had a package stolen from me. And I don't ever want that to happen. Or if we don't pick up, if we don't answer the door, it goes to the neighbor or it goes to the store next door to my house. I just want people to be more smart about these packages situation. Have you ever had somebody steal a package?
No, never.
Like I just
I
don't
never had
get
anybody
it.
steal a package, and I agree with you. I think it's crazy. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess some people have never. I guess people who've never had it done to them, they still have it delivered to their house. I guess maybe because it could be an inconvenience.
Yeah.
But I mean, I agree with you because Lord knows who wants to spend all that money and and then something. I never forget. I thought one of my packages had got stolen because it took forever to come, but it just took forever to come. But it finally came, and I was so happy because I'm like, wait, I spent a lot of money on this,
Right?
But I've never had to dispute something like that, so I don't know the process of how long it takes, and I don't know if you get your money back,
Amber,
if they send something.
Because people used to steal stuff off Amber porch. She would have to put in
Well,
a claim.
she didn't have a porch.
Well, yeah, off her step. Yeah,
She didn't have a step either.
You know what? He's right.
No. I'm not
you know what? Yeah,
she
you
didn't.
know what?
So therefore, if her screen door was locked, they had no choice just to leave it there. And I don't think that's a good thing at all.
About that. Yeah,
I don't think that's a good thing because. But then, if they don't have any instructions to leave it somewhere else, it's like, well, where am I going to leave it?
I wouldn't leave. First of all, I think these drivers should know what type of neighborhoods they in. I think they should use common sense when it comes to these packages. If you know you're not in a not so good neighborhood or a shady neighborhood,
but that's in any neighborhood because you got people who follow these delivery trucks. So that's that's in any neighborhood. But I don't really blame the drivers because it's like, well, how do I know to leave it with this neighbor? How do I know you're not beefing with this neighbor? It should be a but that should be the homeowner's responsibility to let them know.
Yeah,
not
or
the
if you know you
person.
got a package, leave a note. Leave a note. And I know.
Yeah, no. If I know that I have a package that's supposed to be delivered, then what they should do is leave a note on the door letting the person from UPS or whatever know, please take the package to, but then it has to be taken to a spot where, like a store in the neighborhood that the UPS people, not even that you trust, that the UPS people already deliver to anyway. Because you have some stores that are pickup spots, but you just can't ask a UPS person to leave a package in a store. They're not your own personal delivery person. It has to be a pickup spot that they already deliver to in the first place. Because they're not just going to drop it off at the poppy store because you said drop it off at the poppy store.
Well, I mean, it's right next door to my house. So
I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about somebody who don't. Like, for instance, Amber, look, right here. Somebody stole somebody's package.
Yeah, see? This is what I'm talking about.
Amber didn't have a poppy store on her block.
She didn't.
You know what I mean? So it's like
maybe if she had a neighbor, she would like, if I'm not home,
right.
Can you deliver?
But I don't even think Amber interacted with her neighbor. But I do remember her telling me one day that the people left a box outside of her door, and one of her neighbors got it. But Amber didn't know her neighbor got it. And then when her neighbor saw her neighbor, told her like, because I saw your box, and that was nice of the neighbor because some people just keep walking by.
Right.
But I think. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, the way Amber's house used to be set up, she didn't have steps or porch, so it was like just the screen door, and it was like, who wants to have their package left like that?
Yeah, nobody. So, I just want people to be more safe. Think a little bit about where you want your package delivered. They do offer lockers where they can drop your stuff off, and it's free. Mm-hmm. You don't have to pay. You just go to the locker and pick it up. I only did that one time. One time, never done it again. Just bring it to my house. Somebody is home. Or if nobody don't pick up, just drop it next door. Or area. Or, you know how we be nosy.
Right.
Like somebody got a package.
Right.
We'll get it and give it to them.
I don't think that's nosy though. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. So I don't think it's nosy.
Yeah, so we just got finished watching the Housewives again, or watching clips of the Housewives. I like this episode
of Atlanta.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that's the only one I watch. Even though some of the other ones, they look good. The commercials, I'd be like, okay, maybe I will, but I never do. I think the closest is Jersey. I've watched some of them, but I really I'm not invested like I am with the Housewives of Atlanta.
Right.
And this week we saw Todd got his daughter told him that he's not really he's not affectionate, he's not emotional enough. The only time he shows his emotion is when he's upset with her, and that's not really a good thing. But I'm kind of like, I hope you ain't wait 24 years to tell your dad this. This is something that should have been going on a long time ago. And Kandi, how can you not see this? It was just like, wow, like, are you serious? This is really going on at this age? It shouldn't be like that. And I hope that Todd and his daughter does get a better bond. And also, I hope that Kandi says she's going to be saying some things because they have a daughter on the way. Well, the daughter is here now. But I heard that she posted that Todd had went out drinking or whatever when the baby came. Or, already after the baby came. I don't know what Kandi want Todd to do. I mean, the baby's a week old. You feed the baby, you burp the baby, change the diaper.
He went out to celebrate.
Yeah.
I can definitely see, and this is totally off topic, but I can definitely see Todd's daughter and Cynthia's daughter in a relationship.
I don't even want to picture it.
Why not? They both grown.
They grown, but I don't see it. I see it.
I see it. I see it.
Well, who gonna be? Never mind.
Don't
Todd's even talk like that.
Todd's
she should be the top.
Yep, she's the butch.
I don't even want to think
just
of
taking
that.
somebody's baggage. Just pick it up off the street and take it away.
Now this one.
And double parked in the middle of the street, take somebody's baggage. Isn't that horrible?
With the package, they put in like dog shit in the boxes. So basically they're tempting people to steal from the porch. And the cops are saying that's not a good thing to do. We understand, but please don't do that.
It's horrible. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
And it's always us that they catch.
But they catching them white people.
Oh, I know they are, but I'm just saying,
nice
we always see us,
homes.
and I'd be so upset when it's us.
And people don't be thinking them Ring doorbells catch everything.
Yeah, but again, people don't think.
No.
It's so sad. It really is.
I can't picture me still. What if you stealing somebody's medicine? Or,
right. As a matter of fact, you don't know what you're stealing.
Right.
You don't know what you're stealing. You don't.
You be stealing a sex toy. I mean, anything could be in those things.
Right.
Got to be careful.
But yeah.
So you're back to the housewives. So Todd, they talk their stuff. Let's get to the good shit. So Kandi and Nene, they met up, and they were talking about this secret tape that Yvonne gave to Nene, because I don't think it's nobody else but Yvonne. And then they started talking about Portia, and they started going in on Portia and
well, not they, Nene. Because Kandi was trying to, she was trying to pick Candy's brain, but Kandi was trying.
Kandi not going for it, because they already said, we don't like each other like that, but we see each other just like they did at the reunion. Like they really, I guess they have an okay relationship. But they start talking about the dogs and Dennis, and I'm just like, come on now, y'all really taking this a little bit too far. And then she talking about Portia had to get a rape shot. It was just hilarious.
Yeah, that scene was hilarious.
Hilarious. It's hilarious. Just for them to even have that conversation and to talk like it's true.
But Nene's messy. You saying Nene. It was Nene. Nene was talking as if it was confirmed that he messes with pets. She started off asking the question, so he mess with pets?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's bestiality, ain't it?
Yeah, and some people are into that. I remember back in the dark ages of the internet, you could see all types of crazy videos.
But I think they have banned a lot of those videos.
And I'm glad.
They banned a lot of those videos. Yeah. But you are absolutely right, and that made me think. Oh my God, that just brought back memories. Because you could go on a certain site and see pop-ups, and
you know how many
animals.
Yeah, trying to close
it. Yeah, and they'd be like, "Wait a minute, why is these animals pop up?"
And they was advertising it like.
Yep. And it'd be a lot of places, in foreign places too.
Yes. All right, let's stop talking about that for the YouTube. Okay, so it's just a mess. So Marlo is having her little wig convention thing. everybody's into the hair care line. They're selling clothes. They're selling jewelry. They're selling hair. Kenya's trying to get your edges together. And Marlo's having a nice event. And then all of a sudden, Kenya comes with this drill. Well, one guy with like a marching band.
A marching band.
And I mean, they paraded around Marlo's party. Now I said, Kenya knows she's dead wrong for coming up in there doing some shit like that. But it was funny. It was funny. I got my life. If somebody, that's like you having a birthday party and somebody saying, hey, my birthday's party's better, you know, come party with me. Don't party with her, come party with me. Or that's like you at your wedding reception and somebody, I think it's so rude to propose to somebody else at their wedding reception because you're taking a spotlight off the married couple and putting it on you. And you just don't do stuff like that. So Kenya knew she was wrong. And Kenya has wronged so many people, but now, you know, she want all their sympathy, but then she's doing stupid shit like this. I don't get it. It was funny for me, but it's like, see, this is why I don't be feeling sorry for you all the time. Right. You know, because your man is abandoning you and all of this stuff.
Well, that's what Marlo told her. This is why you're single and paying child support.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that.
I don't know if she's paying child support.
But, you know, Marlo speaks out of both holes of her face.
Right.
Or both.
She'll say whatever that can hurt you.
Yes.
That's how
Marlo just say, yeah, she'll say anything.
She's like,
and believe. You know what? I didn't say it.
She'll say anything that can like dagger you or tear you down.
But don't you dare say nothing back.
Oh no,
because the first thing they say is what you don't have.
What
you don't have? What's the first thing they say to you? You ain't got no kids.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
First thing
I hate that. You don't have no kids.
I don't have no kids.
But you know what? Oh, because I care. You know, it's a big problem. Oh, okay.
Okay,
all right.
Beyonce, I care.
Because I don't want no dummies. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be smart, and that's why I say that. No, but that's why I say stuff. But it's never. Oh no, it's never too.
Well, she don't play that. This one.
Oh no, she don't play that. I know.
She don't.
Oh, I know.
She's a lot of things, and that she is. But when it comes to them kids,
she don't play no game. And I just be like, Chase, I don't know.
Yeah, she don't play no game.
I'm gonna have to come in and save him a couple of times.
Yeah, she don't play no games.
You know, hopefully, you know, well, they supposed to be, you know, doing their thing. But if I'm around and I see, I'm gonna have to be like one of the people that stopped it from happening.
No, you're not.
Because I don't want to see him.
No, you're not. You're supposed to mind your business when somebody chastising their kids.
I can't.
You ain't never stepped in when them two was getting.
Oh no, because they deserve it. My nephew sweet as pie right now. No, he bad as shit. Chase will get into stuff.
Now that would have been a cuss out that somebody would have not wanted from my mom. If somebody stepped in while my mom was chastising me and my sister, she would have cussed them out so bad. I'd have felt.
She ain't never said nothing to your mom, did she? Did your mom ever like?
Nobody never said nothing to my mom while she was chastising her. No, because they knew better. Yeah. My mom went.
Hold up. Open that door.
They're laughing because they were doing that when I walked in.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, what's going on?
I'm surprised you didn't hear when I walked in.
Yeah, I heard them, but sometimes they do their play stuff and then they.
Well, all of them are down there, so it's not just two of them.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's down there.
Yeah, so Kenya, you were wrong. And next week we supposed to see Kenya's supposed to be talking about divorce and she don't have her prenup. They still think that her marriage isn't real.
I think it's real. That guy ain't got no reason to lie. He don't even want to be with her, so he ain't got no reason to lie.
I feel sorry. I do feel. See, that's the part. I feel sorry for her about her marriage. All that stupid stuff. I don't.
But
feel
she
sorry.
brought it on herself, so I don't feel too bad for her.
It's hard. And then Kenya, Portia and Dennis supposed to be going to rehab. They going to Dr. Sherry. Let me tell you, Dr. Sherry don't have good results. Okay, look at the Braxtons. Just look at them.
It's like Dr. Sherry got a contract with all these black reality, and she seems. I feel like we met her.
Yeah, we did. We met her one time in L.A.
Yeah. But I mean,
she's not a rude person at all.
She's well bred on how to
save a relationship.
Yeah, okay.
But they don't work. And Portia is talking about
and speaking
having
of
another baby.
I hope not by that man that like animals.
Yes. She's thinking about having another baby.
Well, if she's gonna have another baby, she better do what Nene said. You better get that rabies shot first.
She said, sorry y'all. She said she wants to have a baby by Portia Jr.'s birthday. The second junior by her birthday. So she's not pregnant by March something.
Is that what PJ means? Portia Jr.?
Yeah, Pilar. But I call her Portia Jr. You know, but I'm just tired of these women making stupid decisions on all these reality shows. Stop making stupid decisions. I just can't. And I don't know the lady's name, but also over the weekend, Miss South Africa won the Miss World competition.
Miss Universe.
Miss Universe. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. She's a beautiful lady. She's very beautiful. And I mean, they be picking the most beautiful women and they be competing that I don't really appreciate the show. But I did appreciate the words that she said, because you know the video went viral of how she want people to see her and you know see them and her and stuff like that. It was a beautiful message. So shout out to her.
Pronounce her name, but
let me see if I can.
It's
Zanza.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
Let me see.
Tunzi. That's not.
Zozibni Tunzi.
Is that how you heard them pronounce it?
No, I don't know, but I could sound it out. You know, there's 8 syllables. Break it down.
How did you pronounce it just now? Say that.
You ain't showing me the whole thing because your text came up. Zozibni.
The text ain't cover that name. You saw the name. The text came up here. Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, Zozabini Tunzi.
Exactly.
Zozabini.
Oh,
okay. Because I didn't see. I seen that text. My eyes went up a little bit.
Yeah, you're being nosy. Minding my business.
I'm sorry.
That's what happens.
So can we talk about Miss Lizzo?
Let's.
Yeah. So for those listening on the podcast, if you hear like a little sound, we're gonna get it together with it's just the arm on our mic. So don't get upset, okay? But Lizzo, listen, y'all know how much I love me some Lizzo, but I am not a fan of her going to a basketball game wearing her ass out. I'm just not with that. I will never be down for that. I don't care who you are. You could be Beyonce. You could be Michelle Obama. Something she would never do. I just don't care. You're going to a basketball game. There will be children there. Or children may see you walk into the room and you got your ass out. That's just not cool at all. And then you're sitting in a chair with your bare ass out. Now, I don't know if they covered it. You know, she had Rikishi Fatu trending from WWE. So, you know, I thought Rikishi had died because I seen him trending like 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know what was going on. So, you know, I'm just like, Lizzo, that's not cool. Mm-hmm. And some people were defending her and some people just not with that. Listen, when you're on stage and you're performing, you could do whatever you want. I'd say you have the freedom to do whatever. But when you go to a spot like a basketball game, no one wants to see that.
Right. And that's for anybody.
Yeah.
Her, Nicki Minaj, anybody.
I can understand a little cleavage or whatever.
Right.
But damn, your whole...
that was kind of like...
on.
Yeah, that was a little...
You going way too far, and Lizzo saying, well, if
and
y'all
then
don't
people
like
are
it,
saying, oh, well, it's about self-love. Well, let me tell you something. I love myself dearly, but I ain't walking out the house with no ass out.
Yeah, and a lot of people got nice things, and you don't see them walking around with it just
don't get me wrong.
I would like to see it, but there's a time.
But there's a time and a place for that.
Everything.
And a basketball game was not a time or a place for that. And, you know, I'm just sorry. It has nothing to do with her size. No. I would say that, like you said, anybody, Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Janet, anybody doing that. It's just not that. That's not the right setting to do that. Now, if you on stage performing, that's something totally different.
Right.
But you going to a basketball game with your ass out with a thong pants on that got, I don't know what kind of outfit that was.
It's like it looked like a Prince outfit. Where he had his butt out. But it was just, to me, I don't think it was a good look. And Lizzo said, whoever don't like it, they can kiss her ass. Well, Lizzo, I'm just going to have to kiss your ass on this because I'm not.
Kiss ass outside of the bedroom. I'm damn sure ain't kissing her.
I love her, but I just wasn't feeling that. Not at all. You just get, sometimes it happens. And they try to make it seem like, oh, it's a black woman. This is not a black woman thing.
It's awesome to be confident in your body.
Right.
But sometimes for some people, and I'm not saying her, but for some people, it comes off as insecure. when you do certain things like that. It's like you're trying
It's
too much.
attention.
Yeah, you're trying too much to prove that you're comfortable. It's like you ain't got to prove to me that you're comfortable.
Right.
You comfortable. As long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters. You don't have to prove shit to me. Because at the end of the day, when I go home and turn off my light in my bedroom and turn on my TV, the last thing I'm thinking about is you and your security.
Right.
So as long as you are secure, that's all that matters. You ain't got to prove nothing to me.
Yeah. Like I think, Lizzo, you do enough preaching on your stage when you do the award shows on your Twitter and your Instagram. I don't want to see women walking around showing everything. As my mom used to say all the time, leave something for the imagination. And this time she didn't. But on stage you could do whatever. But I just say at a basketball game, a football game, now unless you're performing at halftime, don't have your ass out. That's all I feel. That's how I feel about it. Now there's a rapper named Juice WRLD. I never heard of him. Of course, my nieces heard of him, and they were talking about his death. And it was revealed that he took a bunch of pills before dying, and he suffered these seizure attacks. I don't know what's getting into our young people.
In the beginning, when it first was announced, it was announced as if he had these seizures and this is what caused his death.
Right.
But then like a day later it came out, it was brought on because of the fact that he had consumed all of these Percocet pills because he was trying to hide them. Because, the truth always comes out.
Right. Let me tell you.
The truth came out with that.
Why would you swallow so many pills
I don't
to
know.
hide them? But you could flush them.
And then the authorities let it be known. When we searched that plane, we didn't just find those type of things.
70
We found
pounds of marijuana.
We found lean. We found
what is
syrup.
going on?
It's sad.
Our young people, we got to do better. And seeing these rappers do that, the older rappers be on that lean and all that stuff, it's just not a good look.
But you know what? I can't even blame too much of the young, even though the young ones are doing it, I can't even blame too much of the young ones. Because remember years ago, Lil Wayne used to walk around with them cups of syrup and still always, lean and still do.
I hope he got getting himself together.
I hope so too.
He was close to dying several times.
Yes, and the smart as he is, because I remember he was on The View a few years ago. Let it be known that he was on his way to college, if not in college. And they was talking about how smart he was. And I was like, damn, he's a really intelligent guy. But then they make stupid decisions like that.
Mm-hmm. I just couldn't. Like, for me, I see the way drugs treat other people's bodies. That's why I say, oh no, that's not for me. I can't do that. So the only drug of choice I've had is either alcohol or marijuana. Marijuana, that just ain't for me. It's just a paranoid thing, feeling my heart beating, feeling my lip. I can just feel everything. Like if I taste something, I can taste the crumb. I'm just like, you know what? But sometimes, I don't mind. But all that extra stuff like eat pills and take this pill and drink this lint, nope, not for me. I just don't. I just hope that a lot of people or a lot of these parents just, pay attention to what your children are listening to and pay attention to what they're doing. No matter how old they get, they're still your baby. He's only 21 years old.
Right.
Someone at 21 should not be losing their life over drugs or anything like that. Not at all. We have to do better. We just have to do better. And I hope that when these young people get record deals, I hope that these record labels start giving them mentors. Or, because I think they need that. They need mentors to help them out. They might not think that they need it, but a lot of them do. And what is it? PR. So they don't do stupid decisions. So, and someone had good PR. Nick Cannon. I don't know what you're doing. I
don't know either. And it's not like he needs the publicity, because he really don't. But what is he doing? Like, let me tell you something. I've been living on this earth long enough to know that Eminem is the one rapper that somebody like Nick Cannon don't want to go there with. Mm-hmm. Because, first of all, we're talking about a man like Eminem who don't even, and I'm not saying this to be morbid or anything, but sometimes you forget that he's even on this earth. Mm-hmm. Because you don't hear about him. You don't see him. Where does he hang out? Where does he vacation? Mm-hmm. Where does he live? Because you never see him. And then every so often he'll pop up with, you know, whatever the case may be. And you're like, oh, wait, Eminem. But Eminem has always been that hardcore rapper that just didn't give a fuck. Not to mention, we're talking about the same Eminem who didn't give two shits about his mother. Okay, and doing whatever. I think he kicked his mother, or whatever the situation was with him and his mom years ago, whatever it was. But yeah, like Nick Cannon, this ain't your lane. Wildin' Out is your lane. And let me tell you something. This beef or this whatever it is between you and Eminem is not Wildin' Out.
Yeah, I just hope that Eminem. I just hope Eminem just keep it to Twitter. Don't even respond.
I really don't want him to respond.
Because I mean, but Nick Cannon, you went there. You called out the girlfriend, the child,
and you said that.
Like he said, a lot of stuff.
The chauffeur, not to say that he let somebody suck.
Yeah.
I didn't believe that at all. I'm just like, come on. And Eminem said, I never even had a chauffeur. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, Nick Cannon, like sticking to the Nickelodeon stuff. And like stick to shows like The Masked Singer. I don't look at Nick Cannon as a rapper
or somebody who should be beefing with anybody.
No, he's just a fun guy. Someone who you want to be around and have fun. I don't know all the other sides to Nick Cannon, but yeah, Nick, just stick to Nickelodeon stuff. Stick to the family shows. Be that family man that you are. Okay?
What the TLC say? Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Okay. I know that you're going to have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast.
Yeah, and he moved so fast that he put out another diss track.
Yes.
Later that night. Well, today I guess.
And Eminem responded by saying, "Oh, something about Nicholas or whatever he called him." But it's like,
yes.
At this point, Eminem, you won. Even with the Nicholas shade, you won. Like, Nick Cannon, sit down. Just stop it, okay? Just stop. Eminem was over there minding his business.
Yeah.
And if he did throw a shot at you, okay, that's Eminem. Let him throw a shot at you. Leave that man alone. He ain't bothering nobody. He's not. Leave him alone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just leave him the hell alone.
You see this?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Beyonce did a spread with Elle magazine, and listen, let me tell y'all, Beyonce. I don't know who was emailing Beyonce all of these questions, but Beyonce sat there and
they said it was fans. That fans got.
I mean, they got them from all different platforms, and Beyonce responded. It had to be about 40 to 50 questions. And it was good to read most of them. I felt like, you know, we got to know Beyonce a little bit more, or the new stuff that she's into. It was just good to see. I'm just glad that people are getting to know what's going on in Beyonce's world in some type of avenue, because we haven't seen Beyonce do a sit-there interview in so long. I just don't really remember. I don't remember the last time she's had an interview, but it was just good to read what she put there. I'm glad that she's doing more gender neutral things when it comes to Ivy Park, because she was saying like she was just surprised so many men were buying her stuff. But I'm like, girl, you're Beyonce. If you're gonna put clothes out, they're gonna find a way to wear it, you know, in some type of form. So just shout out to Beyonce for doing that. The Formation World Tour we'll never get. We're just gonna have to live through that in our head. I would love for Beyonce to put another. I don't think that Beyonce should do DVDs anymore. If we want to watch something, it should be like on demand. Do a deal with Netflix, or do a deal, not Disney Plus. Do a deal with Netflix. Or Apple. It would be smart if Apple paid Beyonce a lot of money, because Apple Plus needs subscriptions. If you had a whole collage of Beyonce tours or Destiny's Child tours, people would be signing up to watch that, because I would be signing up to it. Even the BET did it. BET, y'all need to get on. Oh, actually, I need to shut up, because you know BET got all these Tyler Perry stuff, but get Beyonce too.
Right.
Because people wouldn't mind spending $10 a month. I don't even know all the stuff on BET Plus. I'm like, I don't want to see all the, too much of the old stuff. But
and I don't want to see all the Tyler Perry stuff.
Yeah, but I love me. Y'all know I love me a good Tyler Perry flick.
I mean, we all do, but don't overdo it.
But I be finding the plays. Like, I love the plays more. I can watch the same play every day, and know the words and just be in it like I never seen it before. Like, that's how good I love his stuff. I know a lot of people don't like it or talk trash, but I like it. I like Tyler's stuff. But yeah, back to Beyonce. The pictures were nice. I like my favorite one was the Ivy Park in her hair because I want to know who took all of that time to do that
because that's not easy.
No, no, it's not.
Just like when they be spelling words out on football fields.
Yeah, but with that paint, I don't know how they do it. But yeah,
I'm not talking about paint. I'm talking about when people are using their bodies to spell out words.
Oh yeah. I don't. That takes a lot of time. That I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
So Matthew, you were saying that Matthew was talking about Jagged Edge. They was messing with Kelly and Beyonce on the tour bus.
So apparently, some years ago, when Destiny's Child was first starting out, they were still young. Matthew Knowles said that they were on tour together. What tour I don't know, but they were doing a tour together. And Matthew Knowles said that they shared a tour bus. Now, that was kind of confusing to me because I'm trying to figure out why Destiny's Child, who at that time was 16 teenage girls, be sharing a tour bus with these grown young men. Yeah. And these are teenage girls that are developed and and I'm not saying that all grown men are looking at 16-year-old girls, but at the same time, they didn't really look like 16-year-old girls at that time. So it was like, But anyway, he said that they shared a bus, and at one incident happened, and Kelly and Beyonce called saying that they felt uncomfortable around the members, and Matthew Knowles said, being a manager, he had to step into his manager role and make sure that everything was good. So he had the men removed from that bus. I know now. First of all, it's funny because I've never heard this before, but it's like you kind of. He's coming out with a book, right?
Yeah, that book is out. It's out already.
Okay, because he mentioned something like this story was in the book or whatever the case may be. But sometimes you be thinking to yourself, why now? Kind of like when Quincy Jones was telling everybody's business about them being gay years ago and doing this and doing drugs. It was like, Quincy, why now? Like, don't tell nobody's business. But Matthew apparently, wants it to be known that Kelly and Beyonce felt uncomfortable around members of Jagged Edge, and he had them removed from a tour bus while they were on tour. And it's kind of like,
I feel like that's a story that they should have told, not Matthew.
But I've never heard any. First of all, I've never heard Kelly. Well, not to say, because Kelly and Beyonce don't talk about stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So you probably never hear them talk about it, and you probably never will hear them talk about it. Because I'm almost certain that if somebody asks Kelly, because Kelly's more prone to doing interviews than Beyonce. If someone asks Kelly, I know Kelly's not going to answer that question.
Yeah, and I'm sure they've all, like, women have been,
right,
accosted at inappropriate times a lot of times, and they don't feel like that,
right?
Or feel like, I don't think they should have to discuss it. But with so many women supporting Time's Up and stuff like that, every woman should be able, every woman can tell of a time when a man made her feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And some men, it's not all men, but even some men feel uncomfortable because they've been put in situations where they didn't want to be in.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, but I just feel like this was a story that Kelly and Beyonce should have told on their
time. And
it's
probably something that they probably like, it happened, the situation was handled then. Yeah. Why the hell are we bringing this back up in 2019? Because they were 16, in 97, 98? Like, why are we bringing this up 22 years later?
I don't know.
What is the purpose of bringing this up? But 22 years later, Kevin.
I know one thing. Once I stop this, go to the I don't even know the Jagged Edge members' names all like that. I don't remember them. But I want to go to the Instagram page to see,
because he didn't name which ones. He didn't name which ones. He didn't name, but I think he said like 2 members. But whatever the case may be, it's kind of like, come on.
But see, the girls were dating the twins from, Latoya and Latavia were dating the twins from Jagged Edge. But they also have a song with Next. So I'm thinking, like, was Next on this tour too? I don't know. But it's a whole lot going down. You know what? That was probably back in the days when NSYNC was on tour with Christina Aguilera and all of them. Remember?
No, I don't. They used to have
those little group. They had those group tours.
I just think it was stupid for him to bring it up. Like, and 22 years later, like, if nobody was raped or anything like that,
oh my God, he went there.
I'm just saying, because I don't even think any of the men touched the girls. I just think they probably were saying inappropriate stuff.
Right.
And Matthew, you did what you were supposed to do as a man, as you handled
And
it.
as a father.
And as a father, you had them removed from the bus. Fine. Done. Why are we now bringing this up 22 years later? If none of them was touched, nobody exposed themselves. Like, come.
Yeah, but I think that on one of them Jagged Edge things they talked about Matthew. I don't know. I can't pinpoint.
And they probably talked about him badly because he had them removed from a bus.
They probably was talking about he was overbearing, but he's doing what he's supposed to do.
He's doing what he's supposed to do. They were young girls.
Yeah.
They were young girls. And not only that, his daughter. So yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Now, Jocelyn, and it's rumored that Jocelyn is recording Love and Hip Hop Miami and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know I done stopped watching those shows.
So
But if Jocelyn comes back, I will watch. And I heard that Chrissy is coming back to Love and Hip Hop New York. So I'm definitely going to watch. Like, I can't wait because wrestling ain't that good like on Monday nights. I will be sitting there watching Love and Hip Hop to see what's going on. If Chrissy is the Chrissy from the old Love and Hip Hop. The one that beat down.
But like Chrissy said in the interview, she was like, she don't watch because who's on here?
First of all, it's nobody that you know.
Right.
But people are into it, and they are dedicated. Like, it trends every week. I looked at a clip of the reunion because they was watching it last night, and I'm just like, why is it all these people on stage and what are they talking about? It just didn't make sense. They were all talking about the April and Lil Fizz thing, and they was just going back
Marcus
and forth. But it was
even
so
there.
stupid.
I was trying
For
to figure
what?
out
Was he
why
on the
he
show?
I don't know. I saw him.
I know they all feel like they left out on that money because their name not even on their tour for the Millennium Tour.
Who's?
IMX.
Oh.
They might be doing their own tour. I don't know. I don't even care. But yeah, if Jocelyn.
Well, IMX, I wouldn't even consider them on the Millennium Tour. I would consider them more so when we were young.
Yeah, but who want to tour with them?
Hell,
Boyz II Men don't want them. Jodeci don't want them.
Nobody wants them.
Blackstreet.
Who? Blackstreet.
Yeah, you remember? We had the groups. I don't know what y'all got. These young kids. I don't know what y'all
They
got.
got Juice WRLD.
No. Oh,
and
gosh.
And NBA YoungBoy.
And Lizzo.
And
I like Lizzo though.
And what's the
I don't
other
know
people?
these rappers. I don't know.
And the guy who didn't know what simultaneously meant. Simultaneously meant.
Did you say that guy Old Town Road? They got him too. You ain't say the what's Old Town Road?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X.
He didn't do nothing bad though.
I know, but
I'm talking about
saying,
stupid guys. I'm talking about guys that are just dumb.
Wow.
Lil Nas X, he didn't do nothing bad.
No, not yet. Not yet.
No, but he seems like he has
But
a little head on the shoulder.
I don't want him to have no tapes coming out now. Come on.
Oh, come on now. Y'all do that to him.
You know how they go. You know how they do.
Let me tell you something. There are a lot of
especially.
Can I just say that there's a lot of gay people who don't get into stuff like that.
Right.
So I don't think that will happen to him.
He don't need an OnlyFans page already.
Well,
and not to diss those that who do.
Why would first of all, he make too much money to have a.
They were trying to sell the tapes. Hi, Kim.
Kim who?
Right there.
Oh.
You know they will sell that tape. That's why I said it. They'll put up that OnlyFans page, and everybody gonna pay to see it, and then it'll be up on it. Now, shut up, Kevin.
Well, I would sell a tape too if the person that I was sleeping with leaked it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I would sell it too and make some money off of it.
The
Ha
best,
ha ha.
Nobody. The best tape deal ever is having what's her name? The mom. Her making that deal for Kim, like that was crazy.
That was a brilliant idea.
If you want to put it out there, we gonna be out there.
We gonna gain some money from this.
And that was the worst tape ever.
Yeah, it really was.
I hope her game has improved.
Has stepped up. Yeah, it really was horrible. But you know what? To this day, I don't think nothing bad of her or that situation.
Yeah,
because she's made millions off of that, while many people's sex tapes are still being passed along in group text messages.
Hey, me, and Miko.
You know, and I ain't even talking about them. I'm just talking about people I know personally. Okay, they stuff is being passed around, and they ain't making a dime off of it.
Right.
And
people
the stuff
still
that I see,
passing tapes.
Well, I mean, if somebody's shit is leaking, yeah, they're gonna pass it around. If it's leaking. If one of our stuff, if we had something to somebody and it leaked, you think people ain't gonna pass that around? People gonna pass stuff around because
Just don't put nothing in the iCloud. Kevin puts nothing in the iCloud. No pictures, no videos. I don't play those games. If you're going to be doing stuff on your phone also, don't ever put your face in it. I don't care if he your husband, he your boyfriend, is good. Don't put your face, cover that face. Cover that face. And if you got tattoos, cover them too. Because you could be identified easily with a tattoo. Because this person right next to me doesn't forget where he saw something. Okay?
No, I don't. No, I do not.
It's like an encyclopedia.
No, I do not.
Like, I know, and he will sit there and try to comb his mind to find out where I've seen this, or where do I know you.
And 90% of the time I'm right.
He'll do it. If he recognize your face, he'll ask where I know you from.
I sure will. I know you from somewhere. That's my favorite line. I know you from somewhere. And they'll look at me like, no, you don't. Yes, I do. And if you give me 10 minutes, I'll tell you where I know you from.
Right.
Oh, yes, I do.
So the Golden Globes nominations went down. All I'm going to say is, I don't think I'll be watching this show too much.
No, I don't think I'll say anything.
Them nominate, like, one thing I am happy about is that Netflix got a lot of movie nominations, because I remember when the Academy, they were saying like, oh, if it's on Netflix, we're not even going to consider it because it's not in the theaters.
Right. But now they're putting movies, like for instance, The Irishman. That was on Netflix.
3 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was on. Yes, I did. I kept stopping because that's the good thing about Netflix, so you can keep watching it. And I think I watched that movie over a 4-day span. It was good, but it
was like Godfather-ish.
Yeah, it is, but it's basically this one hitman telling the story of him working with Jimmy Hoffa and other people at that time. And this man wrote a book before he died. He died in like 2002, I think it was, or 2003. And he wrote a book about his time as a mobster hitman. And he later confessed and said that because Jimmy Hoffa has been missing since 1975, and nobody knows what happened to him. Nobody knows what happened to him. They don't know where his body is. They don't know
anything.
He was declared dead maybe about 6 or 7 years after he went missing. But this particular man confessed and said that he was the one who killed Jimmy Hoffa. And his particular version of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance is in The Irishman. I didn't like that too much because I felt like, first of all,
if you ain't found the body, how you know it's true?
Not that if you didn't find no. This man's version of him killing Jimmy Hoffa. It's not about where they put his body. He's saying that I killed Jimmy Hoffa. He never said where he put Jimmy Hoffa's body at. He just said, I killed Jimmy Hoffa, and this is where I killed him at. I didn't like it because I felt like for years, for almost 50 years, it's been this mystery of what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. The only known account of him is he was supposed to meet, his wife said that he was supposed to meet these men at this particular restaurant on this particular day. He went to the restaurant, the men didn't show up. His wife said he called her and complained about the men not showing up. Witnesses said that they saw him at the restaurant, but after that, nobody knows what happened to him.
I think that on a special or something.
And this was in 75, so this was the days before surveillance cameras and things like that. There were surveillance cameras, but they were grainy, and most of the surveillance cameras that were used in the early days were used in like banks and stuff like that. They weren't at restaurants. So there was no surveillance camera to see whatever happened to him. His car stayed at the place. They found his car at the place. So it's like he literally disappeared off the face of the earth. It was a good movie, but I don't know. I didn't like... Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are legends. But I didn't like that they used Al Pacino because I didn't think Al Pacino looked like Jimmy Hoffa. And then not only that, Al Pacino is like in his fucking 70s. Jimmy Hoffa was like in his early 60s when he disappeared. Like, and he still looked young when he disappeared. Al Pacino, and they tried to make Al Pacino with the makeup look young, and then he had that horrible looking wig he had on. That if you paid attention close enough in the movie, you see the lace, because I peeped all of that. I'm just like, yeah.
Do you think that Robert De Niro got snubbed for a nomination from the Golden Globes?
His performance wasn't nothing that I would have nominated.
Now listen, some people might not agree with me, but I see people going off about Lupita Nyong'o's character. I don't listen. I watch Us. I don't think she deserves a nomination.
Me neither. I didn't see that as a nominated. I didn't see that as a performance that needs to be nominated either. Like I didn't get that at all. Mm-hmm. I didn't get that, and I don't know why people are.
Yeah, I mean they are up in arms. People are upset about the show Euphoria, Zendaya. Now I definitely was upset about When They See Us.
Yeah, we all.
Now I would have been okay with When They See Us not getting all the nominations, but Jerome definitely deserved his nomination.
And for him to be snubbed,
right?
And I had to school somebody because somebody left a comment. It's always that one person that leaves a comment. And they said, "Oh well, he won the Emmy," and then they put the Emmy and is greater than Golden Globes. And I said, "Well, let me school you real quick, because the Emmy is the highest award in television. The Golden Globe is the highest award in television and film, and the Oscars is the highest award in film. So yes, any award that Jerome can receive, the higher the award,
the more money he get too.
So
according to Monique."
While an Emmy is a great award, I would want an Emmy and a Golden Globe. Not just an Emmy, but that's a Golden Globe. You know what I mean? That's the Hollywood form. Hello? Because if you're nominated for a Golden Globe, 9 times out of 10, you'll be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, it's like a precursor.
Yes. Okay? And I could see the Oscars because I can kind of see The Irishman being nominated for Oscars. I really can. You know what I mean? But maybe because it was in theaters that it'll be nominated too. But I'm just like, for them not to nominate When They See Us at all for nothing.
Yeah, and I don't even think When They See Us is going to be nominated for, would be nominated for Oscars.
No, it
because
wouldn't.
It's saying like a TV.
It wouldn't be, but
series.
Just the idea of it. Can you just imagine them just nominating him?
Right.
Jerome.
He deserved every award he should have been nominated for it when it comes to.
Somebody made a good suggestion. They said all black A-listers need to come out with a televised concert the night of the Golden Globes. But you know, we don't watch the Golden Globes really like that anyway.
No,
black
only this. I watch it to see when I know that our people is nominated. Like I really watch.
No, but I'm saying, and I don't mean we as me and you, but I mean as a whole. Young black people ain't watching the Golden Globes, and they definitely watching it now because
we ain't nominated.
We ain't nominated. So what are we watching it for? We're not watching that. Monique's not hosting. So why are we watching it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it makes sense.
I might see now knowing me, I might watch a glimpse and see, but I definitely want to see that movie that Laura Dern got nominated for. It's on Netflix. The marriage story or something like that. I want to see that because everybody's been talking about her performance in that. But Netflix got a lot of movies. The Two Popes. The Irishman, The Marriage Story.
Netflix is doing, than 5 years ago, they're doing really good. Right. And you know what? I'm watching this show on Netflix right now that I never knew about, and I just came across it. And it's called Broadchurch. It's really good. It's a British television show, and it's about this young boy who's been murdered. And they're living in a small town, and they're trying to figure out it's like a who did it, and it's really good. I'm already on episode 2 now, and it's like the first episode. Well, it's 3 seasons.
Oh wow!
Yes. I was like, I ain't know nothing about this. Like, wow!
They're bringing a lot of British stuff over. I guess they're trying to compete with that BritBox thing because I've been seeing the commercials. They got all the British TV shows you can think of, and you pay like $7. But I like the British shows, but I'd rather keep it on Netflix. They had this show called The Midwife that I was watching now. That was good. And that got like 9 seasons. But I haven't had the time to get into them like I did Downton Abbey. Because that was... I fell in love with Downton Abbey. I fell in love with Game of Thrones just like how I fell in love with Downton Abbey. Like once I started watching them... Like, I started getting into them, and they all had their different little storylines. You know, I'm not mad that Game of Thrones didn't get a big nomination. No. Because this season, and one of the things that I was going to say about this year, like, I'm glad I watched it. Like, I was really, really into Game of Thrones, and I was like, I hope this character didn't die. I hope that character didn't die. But once it got to the final season, I'm like, y'all made me wait to watch Sundays to see this.
Right.
Like, oh my, like it was bad. It was really, really bad. But yeah, it's some good TV shows and movies. Netflix seems to have a lot of good stuff if you look for it. Disney Plus, I might be canceling that very soon. I watched all my old stuff that I like, and now I'm like, okay.
Right.
I
don't even pay for stuff like that because I feel like it's a waste of money.
But $7 ain't bad. I mean, but they got a bunch of stuff. But if you like them Star Wars, National Geographic,
not me,
all that kind of stuff. They got it.
Yeah.
I watched couple of Goof Troop and Darkwing Duck.
All I gotta do is come down to North Philly to see Goof Troops.
Now they had Tiny Toon Adventures. What you say?
Huh?
What you say? If they had Tiny Toon Adventures and stuff like that, oh yeah, I will watch them. And the Maniacs. Can y'all get the rights to that? No, that's Warner Brothers.
I was about to say that's not even Disney.
Yeah, that's Warner Brothers. Right. Those were we kids, we had some good shows. I don't know what y'all got. Then y'all don't even got. I'm talking to y'all like y'all kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But the one thing I really miss is Saturday morning cartoons. The kids don't even have Saturday morning cartoons. Everything is an infomercial here. Buy this cream for your eye. And them people still look a mess. I be like, what is going on?
And the thing is, because the kids don't play with toys.
No.
Remember, the toys that we played with were replica of the shows that we watched. You had Tiny Toon Adventure toys and the
Happy Meal stuff.
Yeah, you had all those type of toys. Yeah. The toys that you had were the toys that from the TV shows. So if I got a Darkwing Duck toy and I'm watching Darkwing, it's like, oh wow,
you know what
they don't have that.
Those Power Ranger gloves, you would put them together and it was singing all that stuff.
None of that.
Yeah.
Everything is an Xbox, a cell phone,
right,
an iPad. You know, these kids, they don't have them. They don't know nothing about
it. I can tell you one thing, them kids, they love that Fortnite. Now, I tried to play Fortnite one time. I just was like, I can't get into it. Like I'm lost. I need a tutorial. But other than that, like the kids, they got their thing and we had our thing. But our thing was better than theirs.
I feel like our generation was the last generation.
Yes, that played
the
games.
Last good generation because we played games and we went outside and played.
Yeah, and we got our asses whooped.
And we got our asses whooped. That was the last generation. We don't have that. These kids don't have that no more. They don't know nothing about the ass whooping. No. They don't know nothing about playing outside.
A good one until you fall asleep.
They don't know how to communicate.
You know how you get beat real good and you take a nap.
They don't even go outside and play. You know what I mean? We had to go outside and play. And until you came in the house smelling like outside.
Right.
You'd be outside all day. And then I don't even think kids smell like outside no more. Because they don't go outside and play.
Yeah, but some people still smell like outside.
Well, some adults smell like outside. You know.
And it's not a good thing.
No, it's not. Because for years when I was a kid, I didn't understand what Mom said. You smell like outside.
Oh, yeah.
Until you became an adult.
Yeah.
But outside smell like.
There's some people I dread walking past them like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so the impeachment, I'm mad that they only went for 2 articles of impeachment. With Trump, they did obstruction of justice and do you remember what the other one was? Because I didn't write it down. It was obstruction and something else. I think that they also should have put on their bribery for the quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. That's what I think they should have put bribery down there for. But they did abuse of power and whatever I just said before that. I just lost my train of thought. I just think that they should have went for 3. But I guess they felt like 2 was enough because they could prove those things. I feel like they think that they probably couldn't prove the quid pro quo, even though it really was. But, Trump has also obstructed justice because he refused to have people come up and testify. He refused to hand over a lot of stuff. Where do I think this is going to take this country? I don't know. They're saying, oh, this is going to fire up Republicans to vote. This should fire us up to vote too.
Mm-hmm. But it is going to fire them up to vote.
Yeah, but we done seen so much. You know what? If Charlottesville ain't firing you up to vote, I don't know what is.
You know why? Because some people who are not aware of what's going on,
yeah,
they're gonna. And I had to explain to people, stop saying that he's going to be impeached, and because he's not going anywhere. So we still got to do work with getting him out of office,
right?
Because What good is it to impeach somebody and then he wins for re-election and he's here another 4 damn years?
Because we can't get him out through the Senate. He
Right.
got 67 senators to say yes, he got to go. And at this point, Republicans ain't budging because they're scared of him.
Right, they're not.
And like they're all gonna be on the wrong side of history. Now I don't know how much that's gonna matter, but because I don't know how much it's gonna matter in a couple of years. But what I do know is that when they do talk about history of when they were going to impeach Nixon, how so many of the Republicans was like, look, they grew a backbone because at first they was defending him.
Yeah, Republicans definitely grew a backbone, and that was one of the reasons why Nixon resigned, because he realized that he was not going to have the support that he needed from Republicans in the Senate in order for him to beat this whole impeachment case. So he said, you know what? And the Republicans was going up to the White House quite often to let him know, listen, this ain't gonna work for you, sir.
Yeah, but you know, when I look at what they impeached Clinton for, because he got a DS and because he did lie about
him. No, they didn't impeach him because he got a dick suck. They impeached him because he lied about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he lied about it.
Yeah, but he lied.
And he lied about when they showed what he got, what his articles were for, and I'm like, come on.
See, but remember.
And they all out
see,
there.
A lot of people, and see a lot. And now it does stem from him getting fellatio. But the thing is, Clinton got impeached, and it was because of Clinton. He got impeached because he lied under oath. He
obstructed justice too.
And when you lie under oath, like for instance, I did a deposition yesterday for an accident for a case that I'm in, and you know, once they put you under oath. You under oath. Right. If they find out you lying, that's not a good thing for you. So for him to lie under oath and say that he never did anything with this woman, and then not realizing that some of his semen was left on this woman's dress, it was like, Mr. President, we're not doing this because you got your dick sucked. We're doing this because you lied under oath.
And the way I see it, a lot of them. They'll hold them down until remember that time all of them Ashley Madison profiles came out, and all of those senators and all them people that was on them call lists. Like, what did y'all do? Did y'all all step down? You know, and a lot of them that was in Congress. Now they were there when Clinton got impeached.
But you know, CNN interviewed this one congresswoman who's been since
for all three
Nixon, and she helped write the articles for Nixon, and she was there for Clinton, and she's now here for Trump. And I said, wow, she's really seen history.
75% of the impeachment.
Okay, that's nearly 50 years that she's been around. I said, go ahead, girl.
I seen her on TV talking today, but I really wasn't paying her no mind. But I just feel like, listen, y'all, we all have to be accountable for everyone voting.
Right.
Because in Pennsylvania, we lost to Trump by a stadium, a Beyonce concert.
Right.
50,000 people.
Right.
We got to just tell people to go vote. Make sure they register. This 2020, we just got to be on it. Even now, we just got to make sure everybody is voting, is registered to vote, and that they're going to go vote. If they got to learn how to use the new paper ballots, they got to learn how to use it. It's just important.
You're right.
We're looking where this is going. And yeah, he's going to be impeached through the House. He's not going to get impeached through the Senate. And all summer, he's going to say they try to get rid of me, but I didn't do it, and all this and that. It's going to fire up his base, but we got to fire up our people to go out there and vote too. Because if you're tired of we're tired of the last 4 years of Trump. And if we're going to have to do this another 4 years, come on.
Come on.
Come on, y'all. So we all have to fire up each other. No matter who wins the Democratic ticket. We can't be like how it was with Bernie and Hillary. We got so much on the line. We have so much on the line that we can't be doing that tit for tat shit this year for 2020. Because November 3rd, 2020... it's gonna be my mom's 75th birthday, and I want it to be a great night. And when I don't want to be up 3 o'clock in the morning this time. By 12 o'clock, I want to know who won the.
Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close because Trump's base, they ain't letting.
Yeah, but we gotta get out there and vote. We can't take nobody can't stay home. And I hope that Barack fires up everybody and Michelle. Like, We got to get everybody out there. And you know, the crazy thing is, Donald Trump beat all of them, even with Obama and Jay-Z and Beyonce. But a lot of people stayed home.
Right.
Y'all can't stay home.
They had concerts, they had this, and people still stay home. So it's like,
now Trump trying to take away the
Trump don't need any of that.
He's taking away food.
No, seriously, he don't need any of that.
No.
He don't need no concerts. All you gotta do is walk up on the stage and just talk crazy.
And talk that.
Talk that, yep.
That's all he
and that's all because he don't need no concerts. Trump said, I don't need none of that. I remember when Hillary called Beyonce, he said, I don't need Beyonce for no rally. Fill up a stadium, and he's right.
Right.
He will fill up an arena.
Yeah. But I think we all need to do we need to just bang on everybody here that we gotta vote.
If Trump win again, I'm gonna go right down there to Washington if he win that day. And I'll be sitting there just saying,
I'm gonna go to the inauguration.
Yeah. I'll be sitting there like that.
Ain't nobody gonna be out there. Remember who was that? Nobody was on his route. It was so empty.
And I'm gonna be able to make my way through the city simply because nobody's not gonna be there.
Oh, it was so empty. Now I'm not even talking about the part where they swear him in. I'm talking about the parade route itself. Yeah. Nobody was out there.
Oh, they'll be out there if he wins them rednecks. They'll be out there. If he win, they're going to all make sure they come out there and support now. Yeah. Because, see, in the beginning, they didn't want to look like they were Trump fans. But now that he's president, oh, yeah, we support him.
I was watching CNN today, and the people that was from Hershey, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and they talking all like that, and I'm just like, see,
they talking
this
all
is why
like
I don't trust a lot of people now.
Well, they talk like that.
Because I know that's how y'all get when y'all get at home.
Imagine if you get a neighbor on this block start talking like that.
I hope not. Because I know that Philadelphia is a very liberal city. Mm-hmm. But once you get outside the outskirts, that's when they really show their true colors.
They sure will.
Ooh, you don't even. But if you look at that map, you look at Philadelphia, you look at Pennsylvania, how red Pennsylvania is, and you'll see Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, the only two. Mm-hmm. So don't include us. We ain't vote for Trump. No. Don't include us. But the impeachment thing is very important. This is history. I remember it 20 years ago. I didn't appreciate when our history teacher was telling us about this because it was all tied into American history. Mm-hmm. I didn't appreciate it, but I definitely appreciate it now and wish that I paid more attention back in the day. Because I was like, well, now that he's impeached, like, is he going to go? And at that time, you remember when you had those block classes, you'll have a teacher for us a half of the year, and then you'll switch off and do another half. Mm-hmm. So we never got a chance to finish up with the trial or anything. But Trump got impeached around Christmas time. Like, Clinton. Not Clinton. It was around this time, right?
He got impeached, I think, in 98 or 9. Was it 98?
It was 98. It was around.
It was around the end
my
of
first
the
year
year.
of high school.
Towards the end of the year. Because this all was going on. It was all, first of all 98, the end of 97, 98 was when it was all news. And I think around 98, 99, the beginning of 99 is when it all came into play, When the impeachment hearings all took place, So it was like around the end of the year,
I remember it. And that Titanic came out around that time.
Well, Titanic came out in 97.
97, or maybe they was winning awards or
the
something.
The Oscars was in 98,
It was
all, like I said, it all started to come out in 97. Mm-hmm. So from 97 all the way to 99, for 2 years, all you talked about was Lewinsky. Mm-hmm. Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Because more stuff was coming out. Because remember, he was lying for a good minute, and then he finally told the truth once the dress came out.
Mm-hmm. So we learned about Linda Tripp and Paula somebody.
Paula Jones.
Yeah, Paula Jones.
Oh, we knew about Paula Jones for years. Because remember, Paula Jones that came out some years earlier and accused him. But Paula Jones was the first Monica Lewinsky as far as it becoming
a big thing.
But she wasn't the first person to accuse him. Because, like I said, that documentary that I told y'all to watch a week ago when I told the White House thing with the Lewinsky thing, they have all of that in there. From the women who originally first accused him of, and some of them said that he raped them. Now, it wasn't no sexual consent. He raped them. So it's really, really good. It's called the White House Affair, I think it's called.
So that's all we have for
because I have to pay
this week We will be back next week with a new video. Happy birthday to you, Mikkel.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And guess what, y'all? My Venmo and my Cash App is still up on my Instagram. Some of y'all have been sending money, and I thank you. I appreciate it. It's still up, so hit up my page to send me some a monetary gift. Anything is appreciated. My birthday is Thursday, but I've been accepting gifts all week long.
I know that's right.
So shout out to all of you who have been sending. I know that's right. Thank you.
And you're going on that trip to
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're going to New York tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hear about it because I want to
See the play?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I wonder how long it's going to be there.
It's okay.
They got nominated for awards and stuff, right?
They won. The Tonys last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for watching or listening. Y'all have a great week and a weekend. We'll see y'all back here next week. Peace.
Bye.